Hello and welcome to Gui tutorials in Java. I wanted to make this tutorial for the new, starters who, want to start learning graphical user interfaces in Java. So, I'm going to create a new work project. I'm going to just name it Gui, and I'm going to open a project, work project or workspace that is. And the first tutorial I'm gonna look at a JFrame and how to manipulate buttons and a few labels. That's gonna be our first thing. That's gonna be our main objective for today's tutorial. So first I'm gonna open a project. I'm gonna name it Gui in Java. And under this project I'm gonna I'm gonna open a package. I'm gonna name package class 01 or episode 01. So today I'm gonna want to I'm going to show you guys a simple JFrame example. If you guys don't know what JFrame is, no problem, I'm gonna go into details of that. So I'm gonna make an example of a converter, a Fahrenheit to Celsius converter. So here are some formulas that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use, I think, maybe one of the single formulas. So first let's open a class. I hope you guys know what class is. So class is a blueprint of an object. So I'm gonna make a converter. So I'm gonna name this class a converter class. And first of all, I have to open a JFrame. Now what JFrame is, I'm gonna go bit by bit because I've told you guys earlier in my other tutorial videos as well that I have found a lot of videos very fast forward. They speak very fast and it's hard to catch up. So I'm gonna speak really slowly and I'm gonna explain things very slowly. So JFrame, I'm gonna name it window equals to new JFrame. I'm assuming you guys have Java JDK installed and Eclipse installed, so I'm not gonna go into the details now. A JFrame is simply, if you put it in simple context, is a window. That's why I've named the variable window. Now you can see there's an error because it wants me to import the JFrame java x.swing. So I'm gonna import the Java JFrame. So my window is created. Now I want to show you guys what actually this window does. So I'm gonna to make it visible, because there's no main method, so I will need a method, but I won't be doing it inside any method. I'm gonna be using the converter classes constructor itself. So I'm gonna write converter and I'm gonna do all my designing and designing stuff inside this one. So I just want to show you guys window.setSize. I want a simple size of maybe 400 width. This is the first parameter is the width, and the second parameter is the height. So I've opened a window and I have defined the size. Now I want to window set location where I want to see this window. Again, it's X and Y. That means it's X-axis. That means it's from this end. I want it maybe my screen is 400 by 700 something. So I want it round about here. So maybe I will write X-axis to set 500 to X-axis and Y-axis to maybe 1 or maybe 200, which means from here it will go down 200. So that's my location, and I want to window dot set visible true. Now it won't be visible unless we do this, set visible true. Now I want a main method, and so you guys know how to open a main method. Just open a class, and I'm gonna use this public static void main, and I'm gonna name this class main of converter. So I'm gonna initialize my converter here. As it is in the same package, I don't need to do anything else, just have to initialize it. So converter c equals to new converter. Now I could have done all my stuffs in the main method, but I want to just show you guys how to do it in a separate class and then use it here. So if I now run this, you can see a window, a simple window, nothing in it, with nothing in it. So now I want this JFrame in this parameter. If we give it a string, I want it to be saying that let's look at our formula. It's Fahrenheit to Celsius. So I'm gonna write Fahrenheit to Celsius converter. So Fahrenheit to Celsius converter. Yeah. So if I now run this, you will see that the string I put it here is the same string that is appearing here. So that's, I just wanted to show you guys what it's about. Now one thing what I want to show you guys again, it's even if I cross this out, window.show view console, if I take this one here, you see the app is running, the Java app is running. We have to cross it out. So again, I want to just a quick demonstration. Despite closing this app, this thing is running. So you don't want that. You want to close this thing. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna set window.set default close operation. I'm gonna select this, and you're gonna write JFrame dot exit on close. Now if you select this, now you will see that in the console it's running all right. But if I close this, the app is closed. So these 4 lines are almost mandatory. You want to make sure you write these 4 lines. So now I'm gonna use some calculations. So first thing first, I'm gonna need a label. Now what label is like the system.out.println. You give the user something, an idea of what you want. So what I want is an input, and I want an input of Fahrenheit, right? So I'm gonna name it Fahrenheit label equals to new JLabel. Again, the thing I write here inside the parentheses in the string will be exactly the thing that that will be showing up in the label. So again, I would have to import the JLabel. So I'm gonna write Fahrenheit, and now just to show you, if I add this window.add, I want to add this Fahrenheit level to my window, right? So how do you do that? You do that by using window.add, using add method. So you can see there's a suggestion is Fahrenheit level. If you want to add the Fahrenheit level, I want to add the Fahrenheit level. If you run this now, you will see there is just a label Fahrenheit. Today I am not going into the details of how to change the font or how to change the background. I'm gonna just simply write these things, use these things. So another label. Now I need a text field. The text field. The text field is the thing where the user after the Fahrenheit thing here, maybe I want a blank box where the user will give me the input. So that's in Java. It's JTextField. I'm gonna name it for text, or maybe I should write full name Fahrenheit text equals to new JTextField. Now I'm not gonna add this immediately, because I added the label immediately because to show you guys what it does. So again I have to import the JTextField. Am I spelling the Fahrenheit correctly? Fahrenheit, yeah. So now I want a Celsius, where the result should be a Celsius label to inform our user that it's the Celsius, the degree is Celsius. So I want a Celsius label. I'm gonna name it Celsius label. This is a variable name. You can use anything you want. I'm just naming them accordingly. JLabel. You have to you can see that label L is capital letter, and J is capital letter as well. So don't forget to do that. So JLabel, I'm gonna write Celsius, and I will need another field where my result will be displaying. I'm gonna name it Celsius text equals to new JTextField. Now I want the user to be, though there is a label, I will want to show the user the result will come in this field. So I will write the result, the converted result will be here, will be displayed here. So now this text will appear in the Celsius text. Okay, so what I need, one more thing, is JButton. I'm gonna name it convert button goes to new JButton. I'm gonna name it convert. So again I have to import JButton. Now you can just randomly add these things. Let me just demonstrate what will happen then. Like after Fahrenheit label I will add Fahrenheit text, then window dot add, I'm gonna add Celsius label, then add Celsius text, then add the button. Okay, now the problem is, let me demonstrate. If I run this, you see it's only the last thing that is coming up, the convert button. Now for this, Java has some layouts or layout manager, that how the things will appear. And today I'm not gonna go into the details of layout managers. I'm just going to simply use a layout and tell you guys, just inform you guys about something about the layout. I will take a class on layouts, so for the layouts will be discussed there. But for today I'm gonna just show you guys a simple demonstration of layouts. Now you can see what's the problem if I just randomly add these. So what I need, a layout manager that will manage all the adding stuff, like adding these stuffs will be managed by that. So for this there's a simple layout in Java called GridLayout. I'm gonna name the variable GL equals to new GRID grid layout. Okay, again I have to import the grid layout. So now gl dot set rows. Now how many rows I will require? I will require 3 rows, one for this thing, one for the Celsius thing, and one for the button, right? So I will write this set rows to 3 and gl dot set columns to 2. I will be needing 2 columns. Okay, so now I'm gonna be setting window dot set layout manager dot set layout. I'm gonna set it to GL. Now there is a layout manager called grid layout which has 3 rows and 2 columns. So now you have to add it according the way you want to appear in your window, the way you're gonna add. So I want these things to appear like this, so I'm gonna add it. I have added like this. So now if I run this, you will see that it's quite compact, right? That's what you want. So maybe I should write this results, not such a big text. Results. I'll run this now. This result. So now what I want is when I press the convert button, the text from here will be calculated automatically, or maybe we'll be calculating it and displayed here in the Celsius text. So for that, to make our button, like see, if I click on the button, nothing is happening. So to make our button listen to us, we will need an action listener. So that's an interface, so we'll have to implement the action listener. So what you do, you just, after the public class, after your class name, you just write implements action, ACTIO, and action, LISTENER, action listener. Okay, so now then it will be asking you to import the action listener, and then it will be showing an error here because it wants action listener has a by default a method that's called by default it is a method, so we need to implement that method. So if you click on add unimplemented method, then you will see that there's an action performed method already auto generated. So here we will be doing the coding that will be actually we're working under the buttons. So still, if I let me name this action event, I'm going to name it AE. So if AE dot get source equals convert button, then we'll be doing our calculation. Okay, what this means is when we press on the convert button, then our calculation will start. Now see, still nothing is happening and nothing will, because we will need to make it this convert button listen to this Windows action listener. So we to do that, we will need to add a piece of code. That is, we'll first need a name of our button, convert button dot add action listener, and I want this to this button to hear to listen to this Windows code. So I'm gonna write this. So what actually this does, it listens to the window. Okay, basically this means is what happens here is performed. Okay, so you write convert button dot add action listener this, then everything will happen. Now your button is ready, so just let's do the coding. So I will be needing a double variable. First I'm going to name it var, Now if I just run this very quickly to help you explain you guys, now the things here are in text format, so I will have to convert that or parse that into double format. Okay, so for that there's a method double for, there's a method called double, then parse double. So now if I use the, what is the text field here? Fahrenheit text field. I want this text field to be converted or parsed into a double format so that we can use it to in our calculation. So I'm gonna write, just copy paste it, Fahrenheit text, copy it, I'm gonna paste it here. So I will be I will be needing the string from this field, text field. So for that there is a method text, get text, so that just put dot and write get text. So now it's a string. Now this string will be converted into double and will be, you know, set into this var variable. So that's done. Now what I want is a Celsius variable, so where my calculation will be done. Okay, so let me see what formula I'll be using. Let me use this formula, temperature Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1.8. So Celsius is far, okay, minus 32 divided by 1.8. let's put a 0 here. Okay, so now this Celsius, our Celsius conversion, okay, let me see if I have done this correctly. Yes, so our Celsius is converted. Now what I want is to set you know, the text that I've converted in here. So what I want is the Celsius text, that is the Celsius text. I will let me copy it, the Celsius text, and I will write Celsius text. Now text. Now to set this, there's again a method, I think you guessed it. To get the string we use get text, to set the string we use set text. Set text, it takes a string, so I'm gonna write string plus our cell. Let's see, it takes string as a parameter, so you need to add this first double quotation, then you concatenate the adding you know, the operator, the concatenate, something like that, I don't remember right now. So that's our that's gonna be set here. Let me see how long have I doing this video. So okay, it's 23 minutes. I've almost reached the end of this tutorial. So now let me use it. So here there are some test cases. So this is Fahrenheit, this is Celsius. So let me use maybe 70 degree Fahrenheit, and if I press convert, 70 is 21.11, and if I use maybe 100, this one 100, then it's 37.78. So you see, that's how we, you know, define a JFrame. That's how we use a JFrame. That's pretty easy, isn't it? So what we have done, we have used a label, 2 labels, 2 text fields, 1 button, and we have all added this into a JFrame. We have used grid layout, we have set the rows to 3 and columns to 2, and we have to make our button work. We have implemented action listener, and we have added the action listener to the button using button.actionListener this, and then we have did our code. So in the next tutorial I'll be just using panels to design this, and we'll be doing sort of like same example with a different set of problems. And just the next tutorial just I'll be using showing you guys how to use panels for that. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please do subscribe and give it a like, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.